Did you know that some people are afraid to ask for referrals? Imagine that. Not you, right? I've had the opportunity to work with small business owners, financial professionals, and salespeople from all around the world, and the issues are the same. I don't know how to ask for referrals without feeling pushy. I don't want to hurt the relationship. I don't want to look needy. I'm not sure if I've really provided any value yet. I don't want anyone to be put on the spot. I don't like it when they say no. You name it, I've heard it. Whatever fears or concerns you have around asking for referrals can be dissolved away with the right process if and only if you're willing to move past your mistaken assumptions and limited thinking. Now, I teach a value-centered approach to referrals. We make the request mostly about wanting to truly provide value to others. Therefore, fundamental to your lead generation through referral marketing is your belief in the value you bring to your clients. If you doubt your value, make knowing your value your highest priority. Think of the referrals that you get as the VIPs of your business, the very important people of your business. The V in the VIPS stands for value discussion, checking in with your prospects and clients to make sure your communication and overall working relationship is on solid footing. Now, the value discussion is fundamental to your request for referrals. So for a brief report that expands on this important strategy, just go to thevaluediscussion.com. That's thevaluediscussion.com. Now, the I in VIPS stands for treat the request with importance. You don't want to come across as needy or apologetic. You want to come from a place of confidence because you know your value and because you want your clients to also treat your request with importance. If you feel awkward, your clients will feel awkward right along with you. The P stands for permission to brainstorm or explore. This step has two parts, actually. First, the permission part. Make sure that you don't assume that they're open to discussing referrals and introductions. After all, not everyone is comfortable giving referrals and providing introductions. So you soften the approach just a little bit by making sure it's okay with them. Second, the brainstorm or explore part is about making the referral conversation a collaborative process. You want to work in collaboration with your clients to identify people who should know about your value proposition. I'll go through the entire word track in a minute, but first let's move to the S in the VIPS. The S stands for suggest names and categories. To feel confident and to get the results you want, I strongly urge you to come prepared with a few specific people or categories of a few people and let your referral sources know you've come prepared. If you know one or more specific people in their life to whom you'd like to be introduced, start there. Be as specific, as targeted as you can. Then, if you need to, expand the conversation to include categories of people they know, such as friends, family, colleagues at work, or their golf buddies. Now, putting this all together might sound a little like this. George, I'm glad I have a happy client in you, and it's been great working with you as well. You're really an ideal client for us in so many ways. So with that in mind, I have an important question to ask you. I was hoping we could put our heads together for just a minute to see if we might identify a few folks you think should at least be aware of what we do. I have a couple of specific people to suggest if you're open to it. Well, okay, who do you have in mind? Well, the last time we met, you mentioned that your sister Jessica owns her own business. I went on her website and was quite impressed, actually. She looks like she's been pretty successful. How do you feel about seeing if we can craft a way for you to introduce me to her that feels comfortable to all of us and will at least pique her interest in hearing from me? Can we give it a try? Remember, you're only having this conversation with people who have already told you that they see your value and/or like working with you. Are they going to stop doing business with you? Of course not. In our 25 years of research and teaching this process, we've never had anyone lose a client. And our research shows that asking a client for introductions and not receiving any often results in referrals and introductions when the client is ready on their own timing. So how do you come up with specific people to suggest? Well, there are a number of ways. Here are a few. From the minute you meet someone, pay attention to who they know. In your efforts to get to know them and serve them, ask questions that elicit the names of other people in their life, business and personal. You can use LinkedIn to identify people they know. LinkedIn can be a great source of possible referral prospects. In our full video training program, we have an entire lesson on how to incorporate LinkedIn into your referral marketing efforts. You can look at directories on the internet relevant to their business. For example, you can identify and suggest other business owners in the same target industry. If you have a referral marketing mindset and think in terms of client engagement and client leverage, as you work with your prospects and clients, you'll see plenty of opportunities to identify possible prospects. So that, my friends, is how to ask for referrals without pushing or begging. The key in gaining confidence with this approach is practice. Practice. More practice. In teaching this method for over 25 years, I've observed that it takes most people about 5 to 7 practice rounds to begin to really find their words and to feel confident. So I guess we better wrap this up so you can start practicing. So I have some good news for you. This video is merely a small fraction of the proven strategies and ideas contained in my comprehensive Unlimited Referrals marketing system. So how do you get more of my system and shift your client acquisition into high gear? 3 quick and easy things. First, post a comment or question below. I'd love to hear from you. Second, subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss any of the new ideas and strategies we post on a regular basis. And third, head over to referralcoach.com to see all the ways our full system will help you acquire more high-level clients through referrals and personal introductions. We have programs for individuals and groups of all sizes. That's referralcoach.com. So I'm going to leave you with one final question. Who are you going to be introduced to today?